Hello and welcome to Kiwi Rider Podcast. My name's Ray Heron. Great to have you along. And for the first time in a long time, I'm going out for a ride with no ulterior motive. I was sitting at home in the home office today and thought, you know what? I don't get to ride motorbikes as much as I like anymore. I mean, I always could go out for a ride, but when I was commuting to town and not working in the industry, I had to ride every day, right? Now that I'm not commuting, I'm not forced to ride, and well, we've had a week of hellish rain, and so I haven't wanted to ride. I just missed it. And I've got this GSX in the garage for a little bit longer and thought, bugger it. It's Friday afternoon. I'm getting out. So, I might go for a jaunt up Blue Mountains Road, the back of Upper Hutt, and then see where the road takes us, I guess. One of those roads that you can do without breaking the speed limit, and it's still quite a bit of fun because it's quite twisty. Do have to be a bit careful though on those shady areas where it's still wet, because it can be wet for months on end and slippery, and because you don't get an awful lot of speed up, your tires may not actually warm up. Oh, well, here's something interesting to talk about from the world of beta motorcycles. Beta New Zealand are bringing in the Alp 4.0 this year. Later this year it is arriving. It's quite cool. The Alp 4.0 is a 350cc dual sport, I suppose you'd call it. It's 855mm seat height, a single cylinder, water cooled. Beta motorcycles obviously known for their enduro machines, so it's going to be an excellent little lightweight adventure bike. Road legal. You can get it in two colours. I think there's a grey and a red, I think, from memory. Far cry from this bike, but I think it's going to be quite cool. Looking forward to seeing that in New Zealand. With the recent excitement internationally of the CFMoto 450 MT, everyone's saying that's the unicorn bike at the moment. I think the school bus, I think the Alp could be the next big thing, because when the 450 MT hit the ground, we found out that it was actually just a fraction heavier than what we wanted it to be. If it dropped 10 or 15 kgs, it would almost be the perfect unicorn. Where the Alp, I think, is 148 kgs dry, which means it's not going to be much more than 150 kgs wet. It's lighter, has the same power figures as the 450 MT, if not more power. And it's a single, which, when you're talking adventure touring, twins are great. But for anything off-road, like proper off-road stuff, the hard adventure into enduro, you really want a single. So that's the thing. Something that some people might find exciting. I definitely find it exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Other news, I don't know if you saw my video recently about the Atel Jet Dragster 200. I had one of those for a few weeks. That was cool. I see a Teljet doing a promo at the moment. A lot of people were saying that bike here in New Zealand was too expensive. So a Teljet have dropped the price. It's on sale at the moment at 8,000, but I have it on good authority that you might be able to find it ever so slightly cheaper than that. And when you're talking a choice of taking a scooter / motorbike or catching the bus, you've got to be on the bus timetable or on the train timetable. You've got to be on time and organised, and then you've got to sit with a bunch of other people breathing their air. I would definitely rather take my own form of transport. And when you can finance something like that for the price of a cup of coffee a day, I think it's achievable for most people. Motorcycle Awareness Month kicks off with the first day of spring, which is also Father's Day, the 1st of September. Motorcycle Awareness Month, it's not all about telling car drivers to watch out for us motorcyclists, but it's informing motorcyclists and reminding them of things that they can do to make sure they make it home safely at the end of the ride. Things like checking your bike, checking your brakes, checking your tyres, right through to what you can do on the road to be seen. If I'm coming into an intersection, where on the road can I place my bike to be best seen, and what can I do to be best noticed? So Motorcycle Awareness Month is the month of September. There's a lot more motorcyclists on our roads. It is spring. A lot of motorcyclists put their motorcycle registration on hold over winter, and then spring, the weather warms up and they put rego on their bike and they get out and ride, right? So, watch out for the motorcyclist in your life. And here's a little tip. When you're coming up to, maybe it's a straight through road, but there's a T-junction, a joining road. If I'm riding along, a little thing that I can do to make sure the person waiting at the giveaway or the stop sign has a better chance of seeing me is a little bit of a weave, like this. If I'm doing this, they've got more chance of mentally registering that I'm a motorcycle and I'm incoming. There's a lot of science behind it, science of human thought. I don't know the whole thing behind it, but it's something that can be done. And another thing is, look as far down the road as you can possibly see. I can see an 80k zone and an orange sign, a 45k curly sign, and a road narrow sign all the way down there, and there's some chevrons pointing left, so obviously there's a corner. There's a car here. Don't know if they've seen me. Yes, they have. Great. How far down the road can you see? Don't concentrate on what's right in front of you, but look all the way down the road and give yourself as much time to react to potential hazards as possible. All of these things come together and give us the best chance of making it home at the end of the day. Well, that's about all I had for you for today. It's 4:30. Friday afternoon, head clearing ride, and I don't have anything else to share with you. From here, I'm just going to get back on the motorway and go home, I guess. But thank you very much for watching. Got any questions, got any comments, chuck them in the comments box below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps up the channel. And we'll catch you in the next one. Hooroo.